So, I've got this sort of mower thing, and I'm trying to clean it up to paint it. Like, there's all rust all over the handle, so I'm going to get all that rust off, and hopefully being able to paint the whole thing back to the original colour, and get the engine running. So that's something this mower cannot do. It doesn't run, the engine does not run. So I've taken the fuel out of it because I'm struggling to get it to crank, so I just need to check to make sure there's actually spark there. There we go. This is a spark plug here. What you do, you just pull the boot off it, which reveals the ceramic top of the spark plug. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to got myself a little 21mm socket, which I'm going to use to hopefully remove the spark plug. If the socket will work, the socket, you get your socket. There we go. There we go. Well, I've got the spark plug out, and looking at it, there's some rubbish on it. So dip this in a bit of fuel, clean the top off to get rid of all the oil and stuff that the engine might have burnt when it was running. Okay, I just need to check to make sure it has spark. So the spark plug's here. I'm gonna have it sitting right here. Hopefully ground it out. So I'm just gonna see if it will spark if I crank it. Okay, there was a few sparks, so it is sparking, which is very good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this out and clean it off with a rag and install it back into the mower. Put it back in here. Simple. Go ahead and change the direction on my socket set so my socket set will screw in. So screws in. There you go. Nice and torque down. There you go. Install the spark plugs back into the engine. So now I need to check the oil. The oil's just in here. So I'm just going to check out, see what the oil line is. See where the oil is. So there is oil in the engine. I'm just going to grab the rag. I'm going to quickly pull it out and okay, so the oil is nice and clean. It looks like it. There's no bits of metal in it. It's nice, has a nice light colour. So I'll go ahead and put this back into the oil pan. And so now I'm just going to go and chuck some fuel in it and check the fuel bowl. So yeah, now it's time to check the fuel bowl. And if you see down here, you can see a little screw here. So the fuel's back in it, and if I undo that screw, you should be able to see fuel coming out. Go. Come on. Sorry about that, I need to throw a chuck underneath the back of the wheel so it doesn't roll away on me. There we go. I'm going to remove the screw from the bowl. Ow! I can't fit a socket in it. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to grab a quick lid so I can throw a container out, so I can throw it, because I need to throw a container underneath it, otherwise it, oh, well, It looks like there is some fuel leaking out. Yes, there is fuel in the bowl, as I can turn with all the fuel over my fingers. So, there is fuel getting to the carb, which is really good. I'm going to tie that back up so no fuel drips out. There we go. And now determining that there is fuel getting to the carburetor, I need to quickly check to make sure. I might need to try and start it again. See if I can get some fuel right into it and get the thing going. Throwing some more fuel in it. I'm going to see a bit more fuel will probably help it start. Who knows? I have to do the roll forward push start button. So move the camera forward a bit so you can see a bit more to the screen. Move that out of the way. So just make sure it's still recording, but so close. Come on. Still not starting. There's plenty of fuel getting to it. Spark plug's going well. How about I just tap the you don't know. Sometimes tapping a good old carburetor will get it started. Come on. Okay. I have another idea. Where is... Okay, so I got some fuel in a bottle. Ignore the fact that it says oil. I'm gonna put a blob straight into the carburetor, so it should hopefully give it a bit more of a chance to start. That is good. That is really good. That little drop of fuel in the carburetor, that did the job. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, here's a test. Let's see if I can start it without any fuel in the carburetor. Like just by pull starting it. Ready? Okay. Okay, might be still a fuel issue. It might still be an injection issue if it still doesn't want to kick over. Okay, I think it still be an injection issue because it just doesn't want to start properly. So maybe still some fuel in the carb will probably get it to start again. So I've just shut it off, so I'm going to see if I can start it again without using the fuel. I've let it idle for like 5 minutes, so we'll start again. No. I started it without needing to put a bit of fuel in it. So when I use it, I'm probably going to need to keep the little bottle of fuel just in case. But most of the time, it should run fine. I know that it is running smoothly. I must say, it doesn't make no bad noise. It sounds quite nice. I'm gonna listen to this all day, but I'm going to shut it off real good. And then finish up episode 1. Oh, part 1. There you go. Well, that's the end of part 1. See you in part 2 when I get this engine off the body and clean it up a bit. So, see you when that part 2's out. Goodbye.